Ranking Member, Mr. Grijalva.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Bean, let me just get an answer, and you can amplify that answer. Is it true that the only way to get data from Fish and Wildlife that you use in listing a decision is through a FOIA request?
No, I don't believe that's true. I think the Fish and Wildlife Service commonly makes available data that it has by publishing the reports and studies, or certainly a list of reports and studies on which it relies with the proposed and final listing decisions. That data is published on the regulations.gov website for anybody to access who cares to see it.
And I appreciate that, because that's the question that we're going to hear over and over again today. Dr. Courtney, do you think there is any sound scientific basis for predetermining that certain sources of data are always going to be the best scientific and commercial data available?
Congressman, the science is a process, and so it's an ongoing process, and it's always a work in progress. And there's no reason to assume that your science is better than mine, just because you're sitting up there and I'm down here. The processes of science are self-correcting, and we figure things out, and ultimately truth is out.
Dr. Courtney, you noted that the peer review you led regarding the Fish and Wildlife's proposal to delist the gray wolf unanimously found that the proposal was not based on the best scientific and commercial information available, and that is an indication of a situation where, as you mentioned, it's an ongoing process, so corrective action is warranted. In your opinion, is that corrective action in this case of withdrawal of delisting, is the withdrawal of that delisting decision?
I have no opinion on what the service should do, Congressman. My task was very simple, which was to guide a process to look at what the science said, and the panel unanimously found that the science in that case did not support one part of the agency's proposed delisting. We didn't consider all aspects of the proposal, and of course the use of science is a totally different thing from creating science.
Appreciate that. Commissioner Jakowski, in your testimony, you say that with respect to the greater sage-grouse EIS that was developed by the Bureau of Land Management, that from the start, we questioned the accuracy of habitat maps produced by the Colorado Department of Parks and Wildlife, and that the maps produced by your county were much different. Let me try to understand this. So are you saying there was a fundamental conflict between the data and the maps that the state and county were providing the Bureau of Land Management?
I was saying that the maps provided by the state of Colorado to the Bureau of Land Management that were used in the greater sage-grouse EIS for Northwest Colorado were considerably different from our maps. In Garfield County, Colorado is very unique in its habitat. It is fragmented, okay. And we found a 70% reduction in the amount of habitat in Garfield County.
And could I jump in?
So they were different.
That mapping was done at a 2-meter resolution.
I have a question over here. Thank you. I really don't have any questions for you, so I'm going to concentrate here. What would happen, Commissioner, again, if Fish and Wildlife were required to consider the county data and the state data to be the best information available? How would, if you have them in conflict?
They are in conflict, and we did use a 2-meter resolution where the state used a much broader, actually state fish and wildlife people stated that it was a 50,000-foot view so that they used on the mapping, where we went down.
With regard to the legislation, then the county data which you feel you support is in your estimate the best available data and not the state's?
That is correct, and we feel.
So that
our-
would hold precedent in any decision.
I don't know if it hold precedent in any decision, but we
That's
feel that
good.
we have the best
Okay,
available
thank you.
data and the best science.
Yield back.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.